Yeah.
You cabbage head, I said left face. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute, you. Give me that gun. There. Now, what did I say before? Right face. All right, this time I get left face. Ready? Come here. Right face. How did that feel? What? What was that? Black. Come on. Oh. Hey, look. Termites. And big ones, too. Come on, we gotta get in.
Whoa! You trying to give me palpitations or what?
No. Hey, I mean, you should have seen yourself. Hey, did you have an accident or anything? That could be real painful in this cold.
You want to know painful? What about if I set you up for some of those electric shocks, huh?
Hey, I was only joking around.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to tell anybody.
What are you doing out here anyway?
Well, they ran out of firewood in the staff living area, so they're sending me out to get some. What can I say? They trust me, huh?
Mm.
Hey, you can open the gate, or I gotta cut down the wall and use that for kindling.
I was your average street cop. Name, Jack Breslin. Then I met your average, not bad-looking alien from another planet who crashed on Earth and was stuck here. We worked pretty well together. Because I know my way around, and, well, she can read minds. Among other things.
What's wrong?
My brother. It's my brother.
Jack,
Hey, great, Vic. Couldn't pass up the opportunity to experience Theron's first attempt at cooking, eh? What a guy.
I think that's something best left to the man and his alien.
Well, it means nothing unless you can share it with a friend. No, Theron's gonna be disappointed. She could really use your support.
You mean you could use my support?
I could probably use a stomach pump.
Oh, wait a second. If I didn't know you better, I'd think you're not looking forward to this.
Well, I'd rather take my chances with the xenomorph, but don't let me influence your decision.
Well, look, maybe next time, Jack. Look, we got this girl over here. Now, I know you're off the clock in a few minutes, but if you could just take a statement. She's a little nuts, Jack. But I figure that's right up your alley.
Yeah, but, your brother's head?
I thought it was more together than this.
It's okay. Just take it easy. It's okay.
Like, he's been missing for 3 weeks, okay? And...
I know. I spoke to someone over at Missing Persons. Well, nothing's turned up. It's still a pretty big leap to what you're saying, though. There's no way there could have been a glare in the glass or something?
That's what everyone keeps telling me. I know what I saw.
You and your friends always go to wax museums on Friday nights?
Oh, Vicky's into monsters and ghouls and punk rockers and that kind of thing. It's mostly her idea.
Why didn't they come to the station to report this with you?
Because they don't believe me either. Their idea is for me to go to my brother's house and rest. I guess you don't believe me either, huh? Thanks for listening.
Hey. I didn't say I didn't believe you.
Hello?
Hi, Theron. It's me, Jack. Look, something's come up. I'm going to be a little late.
Oh, you can't, Jack. Not tonight.
I'm sorry, but it can't be helped.
Do you realize how many hours it has taken me to adapt your primitive cooking apparatus?
Adapt? What did you do to my kitchen?
I made significant improvements in your heat collection devices.
You didn't. Well, look, why don't you just turn everything off, and then when I get home, we'll throw it in the microwave.
Oh, it can't be microwaved.
What do you mean it can't be microwaved? Everything can be microwaved.
Not this. Jack, are you sure you're not just trying to avoid coming home?
Me? Come on, I've been thinking about this all day. Look, I'm just going to be a little late. When I get home, we'll throw some gravy on it. It'll be fine.
What is gravy?
You gotta be kidding me.
All I know is that if we don't eat this at the right time, it will solidify and be impossible to serve.
Well, great. I'll get there in a little while. I gotta run right now. My cousin, the real gourmet. Look, Sandy, I know this is gonna be
sorry.
tough.
I don't think I can go back in there.
You're the only one that can identify your brother.
No.
Well, how about a picture? Do you have a recent photo of your brother?
Yeah, I do.
Good.
That's him. That's Luke. It was taken about 2 months ago.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Thanks.
Step out of the shadows and into the darkness.
One
The
ticket,
chamber
please.
of horrors awaits you. See ancient rituals of death displayed in lifelike wax duplications. Executions performed with frightening finality. Murderers and monsters, all in the terrifying settings that have
Alternately used as a device of torture and test of faith, the bed of nails has been in use for centuries. Holy men believed in a supreme test of mind over body, that if your faith was strong, the nails would not pierce the skin. If it was doubt, the razor-sharp spikes would be clipped. The werewolf has served to capture our fear of the creature within each of us, and taught us to be very...
Hey, what are you doing? Get the hell out of there.
You Andrew Pike?
I am.
Detective Jack Breslin. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
This is turning out to be quite an evening. I have a customer go bananas and think the exhibits are real, and now this.
Actually, this is about the girl who won bananas. You see, she's upset. Her brother's been missing, and she's trying to find him. I got something stuck in my teeth, or what?
Your nose is too big for your face.
You got a lot to learn about customer relations, Mr. Pike.
Sorry. It's a habit. Bone structure fascinates me. Comes from years of trying to create the perfect face.
That stuff looks pretty good. You know you got a real axe here?
No. Of course it's real. Everything in my world is real. Every prop, every look, every scenario brings it all to life, don't you think? Now, if you don't mind, Detective. This is my assistant, Vincent. This is Detective Jack Breslin.
Nice place you got here. Dr. Frankenstein know about this? So it's, just the two of you, huh?
Yes.
What's this?
The wax is liquefied in that container, then sprayed onto pre-made forms. Gives us a basic shape to work from. From that, we create the lifelike figures that you see.
That's it? You dump some wax on a mannequin and you make a face?
We are artists, Detective. Sculptors of wax. Ever since I was 8 years old and made a replica of my pet hamster, I've been working to perfect my style. I like to think of it as something more than just making a face.
I was just asking. Look around you.
No detail is left undone. Right down to the hair on a figure's head. They are each perfect.
Did you ever make a face like that one?
A lot of faces look like that one.
The bone structure in this face is quite common, Detective. Many of our figures do share that basic look.
I see. So, you don't think this girl has any basis for a story?
I think she's confused.
What about you, Vinny? What do you think? You think she was confused?
I'm sure you must have noticed Vincent's nervousness, Detective.
Yeah, I saw him squirm.
Please forgive him. He's an ex-con. Cops put him a little on edge.
What'd they get him for?
Let's just say he got caught with his temper showing. But he's an excellent sculptor. Just look at these faces. The tension, the agony. You can almost hear their cries. Nobody captures the essence of pain like Vincent.
Oh, lucky you found something he's good at.
Did you see it?
I saw the head, and it's similar, but...
Well, you can tell from the photo. Don't you believe me?
Well, it's very dark in there, and the Chamber of Horrors, well, it's a pretty creepy place. I just don't think that the picture and the head look that similar.
Yeah, so that's it. It's all over. I'm just a raving lunatic.
I didn't say you were a lunatic. Well, I think maybe you just made a mistake, that's all.
I thought you were going to help me.
I'm trying, Sandy. Now, well, one of the guys in there, he has a record. I'm gonna check into it and see if it means anything to us. But I don't know what else I can do.
Well, that's something.
Have you had anything to eat?
Don't say anything, Jack. If you'd been here on time...
You mean I could have avoided all of this?
Yes, I warned you that it wouldn't keep.
No, I mean this, having my kitchen turned into Twilight Zone by the intergalactic gourmet. And, by the way, you got the pots upside down.
Don't be ridiculous, Jack. You couldn't possibly hope to maintain any measure of heat with the opening exposed.
Don't be me. I don't suppose by any chance there's a meatloaf here or something?
Meatloaf? I wouldn't think so.
Well, it's too bad because we have a guest.
Oh, fine. There's plenty. I use mustard and, of course, incredible expansion, so you're in luck.
Story of my life.
They say that when you eat these, the palms of your hands get very, very sensitive. Oh, but of course it's just an old time traveler's tale. Sorry.
Far be it from me to pass up the chance at sensitive palms. Look, this girl is pretty upset. Maybe, well, maybe we should just have a cup of coffee.
I realize that there are times when I do not quite comprehend the true meaning of your words, Jack. please clarify what you mean by just coffee?
Look, I know that you worked really hard, and I'm really sorry, Tara, but... Well, look, this girl's brother is missing. It's really a tough time now. Maybe we can just wrap everything up and throw it into the refrigerator and... Well, it's still a refrigerator, isn't it?
You're not so bad yourself, shortstop.
Better watch out for him. The kid's a real master with the ladies. Coffee will be ready in a minute.
Is your cousin upset?
Tehran? Nah, she's a good sport. Oh, thumbs, but a good sport. Sandy, this is Tehran. Tehran, this is Sandy Stockwell.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. I'm sorry to hear about your brother, Sandy.
Thank you. I hope I didn't wreck your evening. It's just that Jack's been the only person in this whole town who's been willing to help me.
Oh, Jack is very good at helping women in distress, particularly when they're not from around here.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Positive.
Why don't you put that down? She has a reaction to caffeine.
Me too. It makes me real nervous.
Relaxes me.
Yeah, it makes noodles out of your intergalactic system there. Well, she even gets loopy if she sees a picture of Juan Valdez.
It's decaffeinated coffee.
Decaffeinated. So you're going to be staying at your brother's place, huh?
Yeah, I paid the rent, so when I find him...
Well, maybe I can, take a look around when I run you home.
Oh, I'll go with you and help.
You don't have to do that. I know that you're tired from being in the kitchen.
Actually, I've been stuck in the kitchen all day, Jack. You know, a change of scenery would be welcome.
Sure. Yeah.
I know there's a light switch around here somewhere. Oh, the bulb must be out.
Could be you blew a fuse. Hold on, I got my little flashlight here. You know where the fuse box could be?
Yeah, I think so. It's through here.
Jack? Can you come here for a moment?
Just found a fuse box. For wait.
I don't think so.
Are you all right? Did you get a look at this guy?
It was too dark.
You know, I don't know what's happening here. I mean, first my brother, then the museum, now a robbery.
Well, I'm not so sure it was a robbery. Nothing seems to be touched.
Maybe we got here before he had time to do anything.
Could be, but why was he sitting here in the dark?
Well, because the fuse was blown.
Fuse wasn't blown. It was unscrewed. What's this?
Oh, I did that. I was trying to track Luke's activities back as far as I could. It didn't help.
Could this be something, Jack?
My brother loved reading, so I figured he went to this book fair.
Wait a minute, I remember this guy. He whacked out a lot of upstanding types with an axe.
I can't imagine why my brother'd be interested in something like that.
Let me see this for a second. There was something on your schedule about your brother being on jury duty.
Yeah, there was a letter from his employer to the Superior Court back in May.
Well, dates could be right. Is it possible that these clippings were cut out for that and not the book fair? Maybe your brother was on a jury for the murder trial of Julian Pike.
Didn't you say that the museum was owned by someone named Pike?
Andrew Pike.
Looking for something, Detective?
Just some answers. Like, where are we at 9 o'clock tonight?
At Max's coffee shop down the street, where I am every night after closing. Why? What is it now?
Well, someone came after Sandy Stockwell in her apartment.
What is it with you people? Some lunatic girl starts screaming and suddenly I'm under investigation? I should be filing a complaint against her for disturbing the peace and destroying my business.
You have to do that now?
This is art, Detective. You wouldn't be reacting that way if you saw Michelangelo creating David.
Well, I would if he popped his eye out. So, when's the last time you saw your brother, Andrew?
Obviously, if you ask that question, you must know he was locked away in an asylum.
Yeah, he was locked away, but, he wasn't let out. He escaped. About a month ago. Well, I guess you already know that, right?
Yes, I knew. What has this got to do with me or the Stockwell girl?
Well, her brother was one of the jurors that convicted your brother. But, well, I guess you know that too, right?
Why would I know the names of the jurors in a trial I never attended? Julian and I have nothing to do with each other. We haven't spoken in nearly 15 years.
Well, I thought that identical twins were usually joined at the hip.
Julian killed my pet hamster when he was 10. And that was just the beginning. He's sick, Detective. And I don't have anything to do with him.
You know, they found the truck that he escaped in just a few blocks from here. Now, you're sure he didn't come here for any kind of help, right?
I am the last person he would come to for help. I've spent half my life trying to keep him under lock and key. Why? Because every time he does something, I pay the price. Because people like you can't outthink people like him.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to figure this thing out. You see, Sandy Stockwell, she sees this glare of light, right? That she thinks is her brother's head in your museum. And then later somebody tries to grab her. I check into the missing brother's history. And guess where it brings me back to?
The only people with keys to this museum are Vincent and myself. If someone had dumped something in one of those exhibits, I am certain I would know about it.
Well, then I guess you also know that the head and the body in that exhibit didn't match.
Get out of my museum, Detective. I certainly don't need criticism from a man whose art appreciation doesn't extend beyond an Etch-a-Sketch. Now, if my brother contacts me, you will be the first to know. But until then, stay away from me and my museum.
I just want to ask you one last thing. Do you think that your brother would go after this guy just because he was one of the jurors? What do you think, Andrew?
Jeez, I don't know. I don't have a clue about what my brother would or wouldn't do. Sorry.
I'll keep an eye out for you.
Do you really think that Julian Pike had something to do with Sandy's brother's disappearance?
For all I know, Sandy's brother's working on a tuna boat in San Diego. I just think that it's really amazing that this whole thing is playing out in the museum of the brother that Sandy's brother helped to convict, who just happened to escape from an insane asylum 4 weeks ago by chopping the head off of a patient. I mean, maybe it's just a weird coincidence, but, well, we're talking major weird.
But why would he go after Sandy's brother?
Well, there could have been a connection between these two guys that we didn't know about. Well, because the guy's on the jury. Which, if that's true, that means there are 11 other people that may be in danger. I better check into that tomorrow morning. Mr. Johnson? Mr. Johnson? Mr. Johnson?
Hey, you. How long you gonna keep on making this racket?
I'm looking for Mr. Johnson. Do you know?
Oh, I know him. The old buzzard owes me $4 grand in canasta winnings. He don't play very good.
Well, do you know where I might be able to find him?
Not by making a racket. He ain't in there.
Something happened to him?
It did?
No. Did something happen to him?
Yeah, vacation. A man works hard 30 years, he needs a vacation.
Well, when does he due back?
He'll be back when he's back. What am I, his keeper?
Okay, I'll just try later.
Next time, don't make so much noise. told you he ain't here?
Well, I thought... I saw the axe for the hole.
I gotta move out of this neighborhood.
Yeah, sure. Stop the presses. Sandy's brother was on the jury that convicted Julian Pike. That's so slim, Jack.
It's a connection.
Do you know that 80% of convicted felons threaten to go after their jurors? Less than 1% ever have. Now, you've got nothing to show that that's what's happening here.
Nothing. 7 jurors have moved or on vacation. 3 are missing and 2 are dead.
Wait a second. Dr. Meredith died of a heart attack. So you got 3 people you haven't located, 1 guy who drives his car off the cliff into the ocean. What the hell do you think is happening?
Well, I am not sure, but it just feels...
Incomplete is the word you're looking for. You got no evidence, no cause, no case. And Andrew Pike has filed a harassment complaint against you.
All right, see, now what do you think about that, Vic?
I think you're bothering the man. But this is serious, Jack. You could be suspended. The department could be sued. I want you to stay away from Andrew Pike.
You know, every time I look into this, I find more questions than answers. Now, something is going on, Vic.
Am I not making myself clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Real clear. We have a slight problem.
Can't it wait? Dinner's just about ready. I was able to put together a casserole from last night's discards.
I can't eat right now, Tara. I've just been thrown off the case.
A good meal will make you feel better, Jack.
How could you be taken off the case?
Well, it's easy. I didn't come up with any hard evidence, so there isn't any case.
Nutrition is essential to maintaining a stable outlook.
In order to stay away from the museum and Andrew Pike.
Gives you the strength to continue your endeavor.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, my hands are tied, Sandy. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry.
You can't just drop this, Jack.
Tell it to Victor. Look, there's nothing I can do. I don't know, maybe Sandy's better off not knowing what happened to her brother.
I just can't help but think that my friends must be wondering what's happened to me, and I'm still around. Isn't it possible that Sandy's brother is too?
I don't know. But it's not the same. Well, maybe it is.
Sorry, Jack. I mean, thanks for trying.
Don't worry, Sandy. As long as I've known Jack, he's never given up.
Well, never is a very strong word.
Even if they take away his pension, he won't quit.
Okay, but just until they take away my pension. I must admit I've been working on a new theory.
Oh, does it have anything to do with eating?
No, it has to do with the death of Dr. Meredith.
Dr. Meredith was also on the jury that convicted Julian Pike. He died about 2 weeks ago of a heart attack.
What an unusual concept in tissue termination story.
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Why?
Never mind.
Jack, I feel a little claustrophobic. I don't know if I can deal with this.
That's why I told you wait outside.
Yeah, but I had to come. I mean, maybe I should go outside or...
This is it.
Jack?
What? What's he doing here?
Decomposing.
Is that Dr. Meredith?
I hope not. What the hell are you doing in here?
What am I doing here? I'm the caretaker. What are you doing here? Besides trying to make this my final resting place. I didn't do nothing.
Well, then what are you doing in here?
Well, it's good and quiet, and nobody ever bothers me. Usually.
What's this?
Where do you suppose that came from?
Kentucky. Get out of here.
You weren't very nice to him, Jack.
Well, I'm never nice to guys who sleep in cribs. Well, apparently the doctor's making a house call.
don't understand what's happening. Why is Dr. Meredith's body missing?
All right, let's look what we have here, okay? Now, your brother is missing. No body. Another guy drives off a cliff. No body found. Dr. Meredith, well, he beats him to the punch. He keels over, he has a heart attack. So they have to break into his grave and steal the body. This guy's not interested in killing jurors. He's collecting them.
This is a very disturbed individual.
Do you think Andrew has anything to do with this?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I checked this guy down to his socks. Everything checked out. He never got along with his brother. He refused to even be a character witness at the trial. Why don't you two wait in the car? I'll be right there.
Hey, what are you doing? You're choking me.
You catch on fast. Now, what are you doing here, Vinny?
It's Vincent. I wanted to talk to you. I came by your apartment. You were leaving. I followed you here.
So why don't you just come up and talk to me?
Because the girls were there.
So? Talk to me.
Julian came to the museum.
And Andrew lied to me?
No, he doesn't know. Julian came late one night. Andrew was out getting supplies. I didn't want to tell you before because I didn't want to be connected.
You're already connected. I checked the asylum records. I know you visited him twice.
Not by choice. Andrew sent me to bring Julian cigarettes, magazines, and stuff.
I thought Andrew hated his brother.
I felt an obligation to him. Look, I just wanted to tell you about Julian. I figure any cop who breaks into a guy's crypt, he won't press too hard.
Look, that's between you and me. You did the right thing, Vincent.
I did the right thing.
Who's there? Someone there? Oh, it's just you.
So when do we report what we found? I mean, what we didn't find to your lieutenant.
We don't.
Why not?
What am I gonna tell him? That we broke into a crypt and found an empty tomb? We were just testing my theory. Now, we know that Julian has been hanging around the museum and, well, that brother Andrew doesn't hate him as much as he claims.
How does that help?
It could be that Andrew is protecting Julian after all. Now, Andrew moved into a new apartment about a month ago. So if I can find some of Julian's fingerprints in Andrew's apartment, well, that'll prove that he's been staying there since his escape.
Yeah, but that doesn't prove Julian killed anybody.
Yeah, but if we put enough of these little pieces together, we might be able to get a warrant that'll allow us to look at some of the figures in the museum.
Won't Victor help if you explain?
I think we burnt those bridges. Official channels are going to be closed. But I could sneak in while he's at the museum. Assuming my stomach doesn't give me away, I'm starving.
I saw some bologna in your refrigerator. Should I make you a sandwich?
Oh, that'd be great, Sandy. What?
Are you hungry, Jack? Are you really hungry?
Sandy? Forget the sandwich. I'm really not that hungry.
You sure?
Yeah, I couldn't eat a thing.
Too bad you can't get hungry when someone has been working their digits to the metacarpus.
Look, Tara, I promise you when this is over, I will let you feed me whatever you want. But right now, well, I'm a little bit worried about what I'm going to use to try to grab this guy's fingerprints fast.
I suppose I could put together a night identification imager.
A what?
We used them on the prison ship. It produces an instant image by bouncing light off of body oils. I think it will work for your fingerprints.
How long would it take to put together?
Assuming I have everything I need. Maybe an hour.
Now, Andrew says he goes to a place called Maxie's Coffee Shop every night after work. If someone could go over there and distract him, It might buy me enough time.
I think I can handle that, Jack. Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Take it.
I've never been here before. Perhaps you could recommend something.
If you're looking for company, try a singles bar.
What is a singles bar? Oh, is it anything like a candy bar? Something wrong?
No. No.
You're totally enamored by my mandible.
You know what you want?
Do you have decaffeinated coffee?
San says coffee shop.
Oh, I'd love a cup of decaffeinated coffee, please.
That it?
Do you have meatloaf?
The best.
Great.
You really do have a remarkable mandible. Did you know I was thinking about your jawbone?
The same way I know you're gonna love my maxilla. Is that what you would call pickup lines?
I call them compliments. You really are an unbelievable specimen.
From where I come from, that would not be a compliment.
Just be sure that you put everything back exactly where you found it.
Okay. What am I looking for?
I don't even know why you're here.
No reasons. Don't you like having me around?
Well, yeah, I kind of do.
Well, that's the reason. What are you doing?
This Andrew guy does pretty realistic work. This thing is made out of wax.
I thought you said you weren't hungry.
Well, I'm really not.
This is very good decaffeinated coffee.
You're every artist's dream.
Dream about me?
You're a work of art. Your beauty should be shared.
Sure, I'll share. Would you like a fibula or a tibia?
Doesn't make any sense.
What's wrong?
These fingerprints, they're all Julian Pike's.
Yeah, but that's great, isn't it?
This is Andrew Pike's apartment. Now, don't you think that most of them would be Andrew's?
You're scaring me, Jack. What do you mean?
Well, I think I mean that... Well, maybe Andrew isn't Andrew, but Andrew is Julian pretending to be Andrew.
What?
Which makes you wonder where the real Andrew is. Well, maybe we got lucky. Just picking up pizza or something.
Jack, what do you think you're gonna find in there?
Nothing. I'm starting to get a headache from not eating.
Look, if you're that starving, I'm sure the guy's got like a piece of cheese or something he's not gonna miss.
Sandy.
This is the best loaf of wheat I've ever eaten.
Seems to have had quite an effect on you.
I can handle it. What's wrong?
The flow of the muscles in your face when you chew is magnificent. I could watch you all night.
How about just the next hour?
Maxie's. Yeah, he's here. Andrew, it's your landlord.
Mr. Thurman, what's the problem?
What are you talking about? There's no problem. There's nothing going on. I assure you, I intend to find out.
So what are you doing in Andrew Pike's apartment? I warned you, Jack. I told you, stay away from Andrew Pike.
I did. I stayed away from Andrew Pike. Do you know how, Vic? Julian Pike is Andrew.
Wait a minute. What? Julian, the axe murderer, is Andrew?
Right. It's all here, Vic. Every piece of evidence you need is right here in this apartment.
Not all of it. We recovered the body of Andrew's assistant, Vincent, an hour ago. He'd been decapitated.
Well, then you know this whole deal stinks.
Yeah. Believe it or not, Jack, other cops can do the job as well as you. You know, you almost blew it with the stunt of yours, though. Hey, where you going?
I gotta go warn Toronto. Just keep an eye on Sandy, will you, Vic?
Wow. You like my mandible now? Cuckoo. This looks exactly like you.
Appearances can be so deceiving. In truth, we were nothing alike. Were we, Andrew? Perfect Andrew.
Andrew? So then you're Julian.
Surprise.
But he was your brother.
Through no fault of mine. He was no different than anyone else. All because of a stupid little rodent. But now we can be perfect forever. And so can you.
Oh, no!
Hey, did you see a cute blonde in here a while ago?
Yeah? See the friend she was waiting for?
Yeah, what is she, in a ladies' room or what?
She's gone, pal. Took off with another guy. And, judging from the look of it, I don't think you need to wait around. You know what I mean?
She left with him? Well, where did they go? I mean, you didn't happen to hear him say where they were going, did you?
The lady made her choice. Now give it a rest already, huh?
Hey, you. I asked you a question. Julian! There's nowhere to run. Give me the girl. We know everything, Julian. It's all over. Can you, are you
All
gonna...
right, Jack.
But that was all hot boiling wax all over you.
Thank goodness it didn't go above 212 degrees. Oh, I would have been hysterical.
How could you withstand all that?
It was within the allowable variance of body temperature. You see, we can tolerate plus or minus 150 degrees.
Yeah, but it was covering your face.
Have you no lung capacity at all? It was under half an hour.
Dopey me.
You know, Colorado Springs isn't that far away.
What's a mountain range or two?
I've just got to put all this stuff behind me, you know.
I know.
You're a great guy, Jack.
Yeah, I know that too.
Think someday we could,
Well, anything's possible.
Since it's Sandy's last day with us, I made a special dinner. How sweet. It's meatloaf, Jack, your favorite. And mashed potatoes. And gravy.
Great.
Well, come on, let's eat.
I can't eat right now.
What do you mean, not now?
Well, can't you see I'm depressed?
Oh, Jack.
What?